Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Metal Gear Portable Ops. Now, again, I am being courteous to my neighbors. Look, I'm an early morning person, alright? Like, I tend to go to bed, I kid you not, and I'm not even really that old, but I tend to go to bed around 7:30, right? And I don't usually... If I do go to sleep, it's like I'll go to sleep at 7:30, and I'll go to sleep around 8, wake up at 3, you know. So the usual time that I wake up in the morning is like between 3 and 5 o'clock, God's willing, you know. And so that's usually when everybody else is still asleep. So in order to be courteous to them, I don't really make a lot of noise. Matter of fact, a lot of times I like to, when I look at videos and stuff in the morning, I do so on my phone rather than on my laptop because I do not want to create a lot of noise. You know what I'm saying? Even though that same courtesy is not extended to me, that's irrelevant. Judging by what it looks like, we get there, lunch preparation is almost complete. Yeah, so we got the same speech. Wait. Did I rest? Nah, I gotta rest. Who knows? Maybe that dude. And yeah, man, the last video I went through some stuff. Like, it was cut down to under an hour, but I believe I spent almost 2 hours trying to figure out what to do in that last stage. I keep hitting that by accident. How much health does Snake have? He has pretty decent health. And it looks like Bison is still... Wait a minute, we got Octopus. Oh, I can place him in the med unit? I didn't know that. Alright. Now, let me go ahead and save up right here. But yeah, man, I just couldn't figure out what to do. And it got so frustrating. A lot of what I cut out, like, I kid you not, it got so bad that I was arguing with Campbell here. When you know how when everybody dies and he's like, your signal's going dead, give me a status report. Like, it got to the point where I was even arguing with him. I was just like, you know, I went through some stuff, bro. We must prevent that launch at all costs. Use any means necessary to make sure Metal Gear doesn't get out of the silo. So we gotta make sure that... And I wonder if this is anything like the Shagohod.
Nice of you to join us, Snake.
These are the Metal Gear engineers. You killed them.
No, they killed themselves. They all despaired of their crimes and decided to die.
Crimes? You mean the fact that this is all a Pentagon conspiracy?
Conspiracy? I see. Cunningham must have spilled his guts. The poor fool. He died never realizing he was only a puppet after all.
Aren't you the puppet, Gene? The Pentagon was trying to get rid of the CIA.
Wrong. I've known everything from the very start. The Pentagon's plans, that Cunningham would betray me. Everything. I simply used it to my own advantage for my real plan.
Real plan?
I won't be launching Metal Gear into the Soviet Union.
You'll be launching into the US, right?
The Pentagon must have been prepared for the possibility that Cunningham might fail to erase the evidence. They're probably in negotiations with the Red Army as we speak. Even if I launched Metal Gear into Russia now, it wouldn't trigger a war.
If Russia isn't the target, then what is?
Virginia, USA. The CIA headquarters at Langley and the Pentagon. The Philosopher's twin lairs will be obliterated.
You're launching a nuclear strike against America? but if you do that...
Chaos will be created on an unprecedented scale. Worst case scenario, America ceases to exist as a nation. The existing world order crumbles. And Russia won't escape unscathed either. Metal Gear will have been launched from a Soviet nuclear missile base. Under a storm of international criticism, the Warsaw Pact will lose its sway over the Third World. It may even face armed conflict with NATO.
Why? Why would you do that?
To free the world from the philosopher's control, I'll create a new global balance of power of my own design. My goal of building a new nation of mercenaries with only the most capable soldiers is real. But this peninsula is not the right place for it. Our nation will be an organization of shadows, without shape or form. We will lurk deep underground and intervene in conflicts all over the world. History will be ours to control. I will accomplish what the hollow shell of the philosophers could not, with a superior breed of soldier. This organization will be the true Peninsula of the Dead. I call it Army's Heaven.
Army's Heaven.
I will not allow the world to be a playground for abstract national interest and petty political gambits. I will use superior force of arms to achieve superior force of will. Thus, I will make the world whole again. For I am the successor, and this is my calling.
You're nothing but a dictator.
What?
You use fear to keep your soldiers in line. You use words to deceive your allies. You exploit those who look up to you as a mentor, and then you throw them away. The country you're building is no heaven for soldiers. The place they're looking for is outside your heaven.
Open your eyes, Snake. This is our calling. It's all part of a greater mission. Compared to this calling, the individual wills of individual soldiers are meaningless. Those who have no calling must be given one by those who do. They must follow the teachings of those with a greater will.
But you don't want to be a puppet.
I suppose that'd be you.
It is my calling, and I will bestow it upon others. The countless masses with no wills of their own must devote their lives to a higher cause. They must give up their trivial lives, their petty contentment. They must sacrifice all their energies to the cause, pour their feeble lives into it, as the boss once did.
You're full of yourself, Gene. You're not worthy to speak of the boss.
So, you never knew.
What are you talking about?
6 years ago, during Operation Snake Eater, Volgan launched an American nuclear missile at Sokolov's research lab. This caused a change in plans, and the US government had to assassinate its own operative, the boss, to prove its innocence. And you were the assassin, Snake. Do you really think Volgan committed that terrible crime of his own will?
What?
It was all a setup from the very beginning. Volgan launching the nuke, the boss's death, even your mission in Groznygrad, Snake. It was all the work of your country, and a single, deviously cunning strategist.
You're saying it was all a setup? By who?
The boss gave up her life, even if someone else willed it. She sacrificed her own life for her calling. It was a noble act.
Answer me! Who set it up?
You don't need to know the answer. Snake, the only thing you need is a calling. Your country can't save you. Neither can your old teacher, nor your so-called friends. Join me, Jack. I will give you your calling.
I'll find my own. You and your phony ideals can go to...
You are a soldier, after all. It seems we'll never see eye to eye. Well then, the time for talk is over, Snake.
Stop!
You're too late. All preparations for Metal Gear's launch are complete. What the...
Who?
Ursula! Stay out of my way, Ursula.
Nuclear warheads must never be used. They are terrible weapons. Everything dies. People, animals, trees, the earth. Even today, they suffer still. I know their pain, their suffering, their cries, their hatred.
Ursula? Or is it Elisa?
You read my thoughts, Ursula. I let down my mental defenses thinking you were dead, but it's no use. You can read my mind, but you can't keep up with my body.
Elisa!
Yo, the fact that this dude could have been dead, like, chapters ago.
I'll have to find another way.
Gene, stop.
Dude, why are you telling him to...
Snake, they've already input the trajectory for Metal Gear. There's a backup launch control in a nearby room. Gene is going to use it. Stop him.
I will. Don't try to talk.
Don't worry. I'm okay. Snake. Oh, Snake. Everything is clear now. The futures we saw were one and the same. Snake, you will destroy Metal Gear. And you will create a new Metal Gear in its place. Your children, les enfants terribles. Snake, your son will bring the world to ruin. Your son will save the world.
What are you trying to say, Elisa? Elisa!
That made no sense at all. Your son will save the world, but it will...
This is the end, Snake. Metal Gear has already entered launch mode. Trajectory calculations and target locations have been set. No one can stop it now. Not even you, should you defeat me. But I know you won't let me go without a fight. And I too have a reason to fight you. To prove who I really am. Let's find out who the true successor is. Snake, let's finish this.
This is insane.
What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country? Or loyalty to yourself? Your country!
What's wrong? Your circuit's gone dead. Give me a status report.
I only got one hit before I'm dead?
What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country? Or loyalty to yourself? Your country or your old mentor? The mission or your beliefs? Your duty to your unit? Or your personal feelings? Look at how much you've...
There's gotta be some med kits around here somewhere.
What's wrong? Your circuit's gone dead. Give me a status report.
Bro, what is going on here?
What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country? Or loyalty to yourself? Your country or your old man?
What's wrong? Your circuit's gone dead. Give me a status report.
Bro, what on earth is this? A real talk, what on earth is this?
What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country? Or loyalty to yourself? Your country or your old men?
I saw about to say I saw something up here. Stun grenades? Like, how are you supposed to hit this guy?
What's wrong? Your circuit's...
Like, I don't know what you're supposed to do. What am I supposed to do with stun grenades?
What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country? Or loyalty to yourself? Your country or your old mentor? The mission or your beliefs?
Like, why would they give me stun grenades?
Your duty to your unit? Or your personal feelings? Look at how much you've lost already. What kind of country deserves this much loyalty, Snake? I can't...
So it's draining my stamina. And I don't have anything to build my stamina up with.
What's wrong? Your circuit's gone dead.
Oh,
give me a
brother.
status report.
I don't know if I can beat this, bro. I really don't. I don't know if I can beat this.
What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country? Or loyalty to yourself? Your country or your old mentor? The mission or your beliefs? Your duty to your unit?
I mean, he just drained your stamina. And then they keep making me pick up this weapon that I don't want. What's under here? Cause I'm hoping that there's some health. There should be some health packs and stamina packs around here somewhere.
Who of you can say that tomorrow you won't be aiming your rifles at your neighbors, your comrades, your family?
Yeah, like there's no way to beat this guy right now that I see. At least not without stamina packs. Cause he's gonna, my stamina's gonna be gone regardless at this point. So
what's wrong?
It looks
Your
like
circuit's gone dead.
I can hit
Give me a
him
status report.
when he it looks like I can hit him before he throws a dagger.
What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country? Or loyalty to yourself? Your country or your old mentor? The mission or your beliefs? Your duty?
And now he
Country deserves this much loyalty, Snake. What's it going
okay,
to
so that's so weird. When I run straight across, it's not the one with the grenades. When I run behind me, it's not the one with the grenades. So which one is it?
What's
See?
it going to be? Loyalty to your country? Or loyalty to yourself? Your country or your old mentor? Look at how much you've lost already. What kind of...
Like, how are you? So what? You know what? I think I'm just gonna end the video here because it's too early in the morning for this, bro. Like, real talk, it's too early in the morning for this. Please tell me this is the end. Please. Tell me this is the end.
I don't believe it. A product of the Successor Project. Beaten by a flesh and blood man like you. It seems you are the true successor of the boss. The story about soldier genes. Perhaps it was true after all. You are the true successor.
I don't know what you're babbling about, Gene. How do I stop Metal Gear from launching?
Don't bother. Once the launch countdown has started, there's no way to stop it. Get out of here, Snake. And take this with you.
What's this?
The equipment, personnel, and funds I amassed in secret to build Army's Heaven. All the data is stored on that film. No one else knows about it.
Why are you giving me this?
Because you and I are the same. someday, you'll be glad you have it. The one who fights and survives must carry on the legacy. Such is our fate. Go, Snake. I've said everything I need to. You are the one who will inherit my genes. You are the true successor. Be loyal to yourself. Go forth and find your own calling.
Gene! Sokolov, do you read me? The countdown for Metal Gear has started. The control panel is locked out and won't respond. How do I stop it?
I can see from here that the control circuit has been locked, but Metal Gear's solid rocket motor does not have a post-ignition fuel control mechanism. Once it goes into launch mode, there is no way to stop it.
I don't care if I have to destroy this whole base, as long as it stops the nuke.
If you can dismantle the Metal Gear unit itself before ignition, you may have a chance.
The Metal Gear unit? You mean that thing that's attached to the missile warhead?
Metal Gear is no mere nuclear missile. It is jettisoned from the booster at 3,000 feet above the target and parachutes down to the ground. After that, it launches its payload of miniature nuclear warheads. By destroying the Metal Gear unit before takeoff, you can prevent a nuclear strike even if you can't prevent the launch. However, the Metal Gear's designers anticipated this, gave it armor thicker than a tank's. And should the rocket itself be damaged, the entire silo could explode!
Looks like I'm about to be burnt to a crisp. But I can't sit here and let the world be destroyed.
Snake!
Didn't they say that wouldn't stop Metal Gear?
It's not working! What are you doing? Those weapons won't do any good! Get out of here before you're caught up in the blast and killed!
You risked your life to save our motherland!
Now it's our turn to defend your country! You've given us a real reason to fight, Big Boss!
All right.
Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Snake! Snake, do read me! Metal Gear! Metal Gear is on its way!
It's over. It's a wrap. We failed. I just don't. There's one thing I don't understand here. If Gene didn't want Snake to die,
you did it, Snake. You succeeded in destroying Metal Gear. Metal Gear has deviated from its course and is in freefall. Sensors show that the nuclear warhead launch tubes have been shut. Well done, Snake!
what?
Snake?
Wait, how did he stop the nuke?
Impressive. I never imagined they'd have a facility like this right underneath the CIA. Back when Fox was around, I wouldn't have been able to sneak down here. I've been sent to meet you, Mr. Director.
And who are you?
My name is Adam. Remember me now? At last, we meet in person.
Adam?
Adam. The triple spy for the philosophers. So you're Ocelot. You say you're here to meet me?
That's right. We confirmed that Metal Gear entered launch mode. The first wave of nukes should arrive here within 30 minutes.
I'm aware of that. I'm heading for the shelter as soon as I can. But I can't leave these documents here.
Documents? Related to the philosophers?
Yes, a list of members, along with data, locations of portions of the legacy stashed around the world. So long as we have these, even if the United States does perish in an atomic storm, the philosophers will be born again.
Splendid. That's exactly what I wanted to hear.
Ooh.
What the hell are you doing? You're not planning to betray the philosophers, are you?
Betray? No, I'm not going to betray them. I'm going to end them. Then we'll take back what you stole from us. We will carry on the spirit of the true patriot.
The true patriot?
It's all part of our plan to make the world she envisioned a reality. And so, I've come for the other half of the legacy.
Oh, you're talking about the boss, like the one and only boss.
Snake, I heard they gave you quite a welcome back home.
Campbell, you healing up all right?
Yep, nearly good as new. Can't wait to get out of here, though. That nurse is an unholy terror. It's all your fault for pushing a wounded man too hard.
What about Frank, the child soldier from Mozambique?
He's alive, though he's a mess both mentally and physically. I guess he'll be in the hospital for a while. After that, I don't know. He may never be able to go back to leading a normal life. So I hear they did a cover-up job on Fox's rebellion.
Yeah. They're saying I was sent out to take down a Soviet missile base. That's it.
Can't say I blame them. After all, how do you share the news that the U.S. homeland was facing nuclear attack? Don't beat yourself up over this, Snake. You did your country a great service. You deserve that medal. No one knows that better than you and I.
Yeah.
But he's looking at the enemy.
So what'll you do now, Snake?
I don't know. But I've realized something.
What's that?
I'm not living unless I'm in battle, so I have to find my own reason to fight. I have to pass on what's been handed down to me.
Take care, Snake. We'll meet again someday.
So, if I'm to understand correctly, the philosophers are the ones, they're like what we have today is, or what we once had is like the Illuminati, right? They have people in positions of power in multiple countries of power, right? And what ends up happening is, I guess the philosophers had different visions, and I guess, because like the big boss, or not the big boss, but the boss, apparently she was set up by philosophers in the US, but there's also philosophers in Russia, China, and maybe Japan, England, and Ocelot apparently, because Ocelot, if I'm not mistaken, is Snake Eater. Ocelot was revealed to be one of Boss's people as well. So it looks like here the enemy isn't really the United States, but more so the philosophers within the United States. So the philosophers are like their own guild. And according to Snake Eater, they have this fund, this financial fund that would supply all of their ambitions for as long as they need. And the philosophers in the US took half, and they don't know where the other half went. And that's what Cunningham was looking for. I guess because Cunningham too was working for the United States government, not necessarily the CIA. And I don't know why this game seems to imply that the CIA is not part of the United States, which I assume they were a branch of the U.S. government, but I guess they're not in this universe. But yeah, so it seems like for one, I don't know how he stopped the nuke. Sokolov told him that thing was built to withstand tanks, and somehow he shot a rocket that destroyed the nuke, the Metal Gear. I don't understand how he destroyed the Metal Gear. I really don't. And I also don't understand how he survived that explosion. But one thing of note is he was experimented on just like the boss and all the other members of Fox. So that explains why like one or two bullets won't take him out, you know. The other thing that I'm confused about that maybe more games in the story will understand is Elisa/Ursula. One, I don't understand how she allowed old dude to stab her, because he's like, yeah, you know what I'm thinking in my mind, but you can't outspeed my body. And I'm like, she actually could, right? If you could predict, if you know exactly what he's thinking and exactly what he's going to do, you should be able to move in a way to prevent him from being able to hit you regardless of how fast he is. But that's besides the point. She said the Snake will defeat Metal Gear, which he did. But then she said his son will bring ruin to the world and then save the world in the same sense. So I'm not sure what that means either. But hopefully, who knows? In the next game in the series, it may explain that. Because again, as I said, I'm playing these in chronological order. In other words, in the order as they happen in its timeline, which is why I'm not playing like the Metal Gear for NES first, because apparently that's not the first game in the timeline. The first game in the timeline was Snake Eater. The second one was this one. And I'm gonna have to look up what the next one is, but we have completed Portable Ops. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I think the game is okay, especially to play on the go, because it gives you the Metal Gear feel, right? In the palm of your hands, so that you don't have to be like.
Well, I'll be. So it was you who was feeding me information. Yes, the DCI's death should pass as suicide. They'll claim he did it because he felt responsible for the theft of Metal Gear. We can look forward to a major shakeup on the 7th floor at Langley shortly. It looks as if everything is going exactly the way you wanted it. When the DCI saw the trajectory data you supplied and found out he was the target of the nuclear strike, he brought the Philosopher's documents right to me. Yes, we should have known Gene was serious about launching those nukes. Seems our insurance policy came in handy after all. He did quite well. And now, I've got the legacy. Is that all part of your script, too? Using him in the Fox unit like that. Only you could have pulled it off. But you won't be using me anymore. Battle data. From the Perfect Soldier. Gene's genome? see. Intriguing. I'll help you with the project, but on one condition. I want him to join us. Yes, Big Boss. So that we can become the Patriots.
So I'm pretty sure that was Ocelot. It took me 15 hours to beat this game. I saved 46 times. I restarted 66 times. I alerted soldiers 92 times. I killed 36 soldiers. Comrades secured was 50. Comrades killed was, 62? Your new code name is Rabbit. I don't even... But anyway, I'm assuming that was Ocelot. I'm wondering who this person is he's contacting who's pulling the strings behind the scenes. I wouldn't be surprised if it was the boss. Because, I mean, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, Snake kills the boss in the flower field. But what if she didn't die? You know, what if she didn't die? What if she survived? And she knew that the U.S. government was like being a traitor, right? What if she knew the U.S. government was going against the philosophers? And so she set all of this up, knowing that Snake would stop Jean and I don't know who the perfect soldier is. But this is only the second game. Chronologically, this is only the second game. So rather than me sit here and try and ponder what could possibly be, I can only go by what I understand currently, which is based on Snake Eater and Portable Ops. There's a group called the Philosophers who have power in all the major superpower countries. And there are people out there like Jean and Volgrim who are fighting against the Philosophers. Although Volgrim seemed to feel like he was supposed to inherit the Philosopher's legacy. But anyways, they oppose the current superpower. So it's I can assume then that the Philosophers set up the countries to be the superpowers that they are currently. And whoever Jean was working with in the United States government, the guy that Ocelot killed, that guy realized Jean was going to launch nukes at the U.S. So Jean thought for sure that he had tricked Cunningham, when in reality, they already knew that Jean was going to launch the nukes at the U.S. So it could be that they set something up to stop Metal Gear, and then just gave the credit to Snake so that the U.S. can save face. So interesting. I actually can't wait to get to the next game in the series. But yeah, that is it for Portable Ops. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. And if you are a Metal Gear aficionado, based on these two games, let me know in the comment section if I'm on the right track as far as what's going on. Yeah? And until next time, you guys know what to do. Stay blessed.